Well, hello everyone, Dan Hurd Prospecting here. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. I am back here on my claim at Big Bar on the Fraser River, my brand new claim. I'm heading back down to my claim and seeing what I can do down there. Wish me luck, and I hope you enjoy. Absolutely love the scenery here in the Chilcotin. That's the part of British Columbia I'm in right now, on the Fraser River. What an awesome adventure I'm having. I spent all morning talking with Dan upriver at his mine, and I know you all would have wanted to see it, but you know, not everyone is comfortable putting themselves on the internet. And now I'm down here to watch the ferry get launched. I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to get over there today or not. They're having problems putting the ferry in, but I get to watch the ferry being launched. And Dan, the miner from upriver, told me of a canyon I have to walk up on my claim and check out and do some sampling on. Some inside information from one of the locals. I'm having so much fun. This is awesome. I only have 3 days here. This is day number 2. I don't know if I'm gonna want to go home. Now, if you didn't see my video from yesterday, I have a claim, new claim on the Fraser River, spans both sides of the river. I could only get to the one side yesterday because the ferry was not in operation yet. Today they're launching the ferry so that I can get to the other side and check out the other side of the claim. That's the plan, in brief. So this is the Big Bar Ferry, one of the Fraser River's many reaction ferries. They have these little ferries that cross the river for taking vehicles from one side to the other. They run off the power of the river. All they do is have rudders that use the flow of the river to push them from one side to the other and back again. And you know, if you drive down to one side, they see your truck over there, they'll run over, pick you up, and bring you to the other side. And the Fraser River actually has quite a few of these little reaction ferries to maintain the road system. And luckily enough, today I got to watch it getting launched. Now, they just informed me they won't be making their first trip across until tomorrow because they have a bunch of adjustments and, you know, checks to do. So looks like I'm not getting to the other side of my claim until, you know, my next trip out here. But I do have that one canyon that Dan said I have to go check out. I will be doing that first. Now, let's go do some actual prospecting. The miner upriver said, Dan, you gotta go check out this draw. I'm hiking up the draw right now, checking it out. He says it washes through an old channel of Fraser River that has good gold in it. I got the backpack on the back. I got a shovel. I may bring a sample back down to the river where I can pan it. So far, it looks pretty nice. One of the first things I'm going to do as I walk up the wash is check out the rocks that are washing down, because this will tell me how much is Fraser run rock versus how much is bedrock that is broken up and coming down the hill. So the jagged stuff will be bedrock, broken up, washing down the wash. The rounded stuff is Fraser material. I'm hoping for more Fraser than bedrock. That means it's washing through an old channel and it may be bringing down gold with it. And in short order, we break up into a canyon, a bedrock canyon. And this is why the miner said he liked the looks of this place, because it's cutting through this blue bedrock. And if I find a spot on the bottom where it's washing over just straight rock, I might find a good spot to sample. Well, my first nice rock, there's a beautiful chunk of Fraser River jasper. Now, this big bank right here is Fraser River material. The difference here is this is a slough. So this actually washed down off the hills as a mudslide and deposited here. It would have been, you know, Fraser River deposits up the hill, before it slid down, mixed with all the topsoil, and deposited here as a mudslide. This is just slough material, but there could be gold in there. It's just its grades would be much less than a proper, gravel deposit from the Fraser River. And this is a more typical Fraser River deposit. Whole bunch of bigger cobbles, whole bunch of sand. Now this is just a Fraser deposit that is just sort of sliding down the hill. That there is good, fresh Fraser deposit. That there is a mudslide. Both of which could have gold. I would suggest this has better gold. I know it was snowing yesterday, but it is way too hot out here today for this jacket. Oh, welcome to the Chilcotin. And we're breaking into another bedrock canyon here, which I like the looks of because it's washing over bedrock here, meaning I will be able to find some nice deposits in the bottom that could be catching gold. Like that deposit right there might be where I dig. I think this is actually where I'm going to drop my backpack. I'm going to explore farther, but between that and that, I think I have my first sample. This is not a wash you would want to be in if there was any chance of rain, because this is the type of wash that a flash flood comes down. Beautiful deposits. If the water rushing through here was going to drop any gold, going to drop it sitting on bedrock. You can tell the last flash flood that came through here came through hard and fast and stopped quick, because it brought down a lot of overburden type debris, topsoil type stuff. Brought down a lot of topsoil, deposited it, and then as the flood rescinded, went back, it washed some channels but left a lot of the mud behind. So the last event that came down this thing was hard and fast. And as I get farther and farther up the hill, I get less and less of anything that could possibly be Fraser River rock. This is all just stuff that's coming off the hillside. And as the draw gets steeper and tighter, I'm starting to see a bit of moisture at the bottom. Just a bit of snow melt or something that's coming down the draw. But I'm not seeing any Fraser River rock anymore, and kind of not seeing any purpose to going any farther. It's getting steep too, getting harder to hike. So I've started my way back down again. It just got to a point where I couldn't go up anymore. I'm gonna go back to my backpack and take a sample and see if there's any gold. So I cleaned out that hollow just by hand. Now if I wanted to do a better job, I'd get a wire brush in there and brush it down and get, everything out, or a vacuum or anything. The truck is only about 5 minutes away. If I had to go back and get the rest of my gear, I could. I emptied out my backpack just so I could put the bucket in. That is going to give me a good enough sample. I think I only have like maybe 1 pan worth of material in there, but it's going to give me a good enough sample to decide whether or not a hollow on bedrock in this wash has any gold. If it does, the wash might need more investigation. If it's just a tiny, tiny bit of gold, well, that'd be typical for any Fraser gravels. So, let's hike down to the river and try and see what it has. Now, of course, I don't want a huge sample because I am carrying it out on my back. And, I'm a wimp. I don't want to take too much weight. But, time to go back, hike down to the river, and see what it has. Okay, a bucket of material, a pan to pan it in, a rock to sit on, and the Fraser River rushing by. Now looking at the material I have here, there's very little Fraser. That's the bedrock that I was hiking through, those bluffs I was hiking through. Lots of pieces of that bedrock. There's a piece of Fraser run that's broken. Fraser run, Fraser, but mostly just broken up bedrock. So as I was afraid, that wash might just be bringing stuff from the hills down and not washing through very much Fraser run material. Okay, and the verdict is 1 piece of tiny gold, 2 pieces, nothing to write home about. A lot of pyrite in there, a lot of heavy pyrites, a lot of little cubes of pyrite, 1 piece of gold. That draw is not washing out Fraser material. So we do definitely have those 2 little specks of gold, and that's to be expected whenever you have any kind of Fraser River material involved. You're going to find some gold. We got a couple of really cool pyrite cubes. There's actually a whole lot more than that. There was a lot of pyrite in there, like that one, you know, 2-part pyrite cube, but nothing really too exciting in that draw. Okay, so that tells me something. That definitely tells me something. It's not a waste of an exploration. You've actually find more, you know, exploring spots that have no gold than you find exploring spots that have gold. That just tells me something about the area. When the miner upriver suggested that spot to me, what he said was not that, Dan, there's gonna be good gold here. He says, Dan, that's a draw I've always wondered about. Why don't you go check it out? That's why I went and checked it out. And I'm definitely gonna go back to him and tell him, yep, it's a neat looking draw, it's a great hike, but there's not any gold in it. And just for comparison, I'm just gonna take 1 scoop from right there in my pan it out, show you what Fraser River gravels typically have in them. Okay, 1 random pan from just behind any old rock from the Fraser River. Let's see what a random pan from a random rock in a random section of river could hold. Okay, let's see. And yes, gold everywhere. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of gold. You know, where that draw had 2 pieces of gold in a pan, in the equivalent amount of gravel from the Fraser River, there's like 200 pieces of gold. So that's why I can say that draw is not washing down Fraser River gravel. Not bad for 1 pan. Kinda like it here. This morning when I woke up, I had no idea what adventure I'd get up to today, but this was fun. I loved meeting the miner. I loved hiking up the valley. I loved watching the ferry go in. I had a great adventure today. I'm here for 1 more day. I don't know exactly what I'm up to tomorrow, but I'm sure the adventure is gonna be every bit as epic. So I hope you enjoyed today's. If you did, leave me that thumbs up. If I haven't earned your subscription already, I hope I've earned your subscription now. And a big thanks to everyone for watching, especially my patrons. Because of the support of my patrons, I get to make these weekly episodes of Dan Hurd Prospecting. Hope you're all having an amazing day. I sure am. And until the next one, bye.